Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. Coming up this week, DCL returns to service August 9th. I waited a long time to say that sentence. Some more entertainment is returning to Walt Disney World, and we'll talk about the return of Ohana. And I just can't help but think of Norma Desmond saying, "It's not a comeback, it's a return." From the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida, this is the Diz Unplugged. God almighty, 1,138 episodes.
Wow.
We celebrated, by the way, we celebrated the 15th anniversary of the Diz Unplugged this past Sunday, and I had completely forgotten about it. I had completely forgotten. I was just having a conversation with somebody about the show, and it's like, oh, wait a second. Oh, it's 15th anniversary. So happy anniversary to me. Welcome, folks. Welcome. Coming to you live from the Bob Varley Studio in Orlando, Florida. I'm your host, Pete Werner, joined at the table this week by Teresa Eccles.
Hey.
Rhino Clavin.
Hello.
And from movingtoorlando.com, realtor Ruben Colon.
Hi there.
And of course, our producer, Mr. Corey Fiascanaro.
Hey, everybody.
Back in what's left of the Nook.
Oh,
Although it's a lot easier to navigate back there now, and it opens up the room a lot more that we don't have the whole thing. Anyway, what do you care? Welcome, folks. Hope your week is off to a good start. Couple things before we get started. First and foremost, of course, this show, along with everything we do, brought to you by DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com. I am one of the owners in that, along with John Magi. So if you like our content, if we entertain you and educate you and you appreciate that, one way to show your support is to book your next Disney vacation with Dreams Unlimited Travel. It does not cost you any more, and you get a fabulous agent like this amazing woman sitting next to me,
Yep.
Teresa Eccles, and she really is. I'm not kidding. That's like, I'm not joking. She really is fabulous. So yeah, DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com. Go book your vacation. Especially now the cruises are coming back. We'll get to that in a second. The other thing, as everybody knows, we raise a lot of money for Give Kids the World. We've raised over $1 million for them. I still say that, and I'm like, oh, she's tearing up already.
I remember that first little meeting we had where you had the idea.
Yep.
It was like, I'm thinking it's not going to happen.
I
It
remember
happened.
where I was when I had the initial idea, and it was walking into Disneyland Park, and where the inspiration for it, for the original idea, which morphed over time, but of course, we're really excited about the Diz Family Reunion event taking place September 9th through the 11th at Disney's Contemporary Resort. This to raise money for Give Kids the World. We've got like a lot of stuff going on, and rather than trying to keep pushing it into the beginning of a show to plug it, Stephen Amos from Give Kids the World and I are going to do a live stream this coming Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, where we're going to talk about all of the things we have going on, and we have so much happening. But he's also going to be showcasing some of the unbelievable items that are going to be up for auction. Of all the auctions we have done, this auction is going to have some of the coolest items. It's going to be very expensive. But, of course, it all goes to a good cause for Give Kids the World. Tickets are still on sale. They are $199 a person. If you want to attend the convention hall, which is the auction, and all of the different panels and celebrities that we have coming, if you want to see them, $199 for that. We are also doing a private event at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios. That is also $199 per person. And that is going a little faster. So just be mindful of that. Now, after a conversation I just had with Stephen today, we decided that we should do something for cast members, both active and furloughed. So we are offering, and not just cast members, but also essential workers who have been taking it on the chin during this pandemic. So we are offering 50% off these tickets. The general admission ticket and the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge event. And you can buy those individually if you can't make the convention part of it, but you want to come to the Galaxy's Edge event, you can buy that ticket separately. If you use the code CAST50, C-A-S-T 50, you'll get 50% off that. But we thought it would be nice to offer that out there to cast members, both furloughed and active, as well as essential workers that may want to come. But like I said, we're going to go into a lot more detail on stuff Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern, live right here on the Diz Unplugged channel on YouTube. So go ahead, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit that bell for notifications.
I'm sorry, you might have said it. I was just.
But you're not paying attention.
Is Galaxy's Edge sold out? That question just popped up.
It is not sold out. We still have tickets available.
Okay.
Is Steve coming here, or are you going to him?
No, we're doing a
chat.
yeah.
Okay. Chat,
Zoom,
whatever you call it.
whatever we do. I'm really turning into get off my lawn. I mean, I'm really a bad day away from get off my lawn. But really, really excited about this event. We're going to be doing our next live marathon show from the event, from the auction room. We'll have a live audience for that. 12-hour marathon show, of which maybe I'll do 2 hours.
Oh.
This is why God invented staff. I'm kidding. Of course I'll be there.
You got to wear a frilly shirt and get all sweaty and, like old-time marathons.
What, like you want me to do a whole Jerry Lewis thing?
Do the Jerry Lewis thing.
Yeah, no.
Especially with the furniture and the low chair. Wouldn't that be cool?
No.
No?
Oh, no. There's going to be no video of me
And the microphone that's really
looking like
long.
Jabba the Hutt sitting on a low couch. But anyway, really excited about it. You want to learn more about it, GKTW, givekidstheworld.org/DizFam, DISFAM. We'll put a link in the show notes down below. That code, CAST50, to get 50% off those tickets if you are a cast member or essential worker. Okay. Oh, you can also purchase one-day tickets on the site as well. There's one-day tickets for sale. I'm just looking at the notes Steven sent me, and it is what it is. But we're going to go into all this on Thursday, all right? But, okay, now, let's get to some of the news. As I said at the top of the show, have waited a very, very long time. What?
I just want to remind Patreon supporters we have our live show
right.
after. Okay, so we do our after show chat. We'll still be doing that today for our Patreon supporters. That is open for any level, any amount of Patreon supporter. So if you're not a supporter, you can feel free to jump in. That is patreon.com/DizUnplugged, and the link for that video is already posted in there right now. So sorry, I just want to make sure I said it before people jump ship. So they'll come back.
What, because I'm talking about DCL? They're going to jump ship?
Jump out of the ship? Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, made a prediction on the last show that August 9th would be the first sailing of Disney Cruise Line. And I really had no inside info. I really didn't. I swear to God, I was just reading tea leaves, just things I've heard, and all of it.
200 years of experience.
Shut up.
P has his people everywhere.
I do.
Got his people.
I do. But no, none of them, and all of them, where Disney Cruise Line has been concerned, they've been pretty silent.
They have.
They've been very, very quiet, very tight-lipped about things. But nonetheless, because, okay, keep in mind, too, this is like the 14th prediction I've made about when Disney Cruise Line was going to return, and the other 13 were wrong. So
this one's real, I swear. This one's real.
So, a broken clock is right twice a day. So there's that. But nonetheless, August 9th is the date that the Disney Dream will sail from Port Canaveral. And
Who's going to be on that ship, Pete?
well, I believe I will be there,
There you go.
along with Craig,
Yeah.
Corey Martin, and Elaine Edwards.
Nice.
Elaine Edwards, who won a stateroom on that sailing on our the live DCL show that we did a few days ago. I just felt
Compelled.
I did.
Generous,
I was in the moment. I had no plans of
emotional,
doing it.
All those things.
I had no plans of doing it, but she's been so great, helping us out with shows throughout the pandemic, and like this one sitting next to me going, and I haven't been.
Move to the country and he forgets about you.
Yeah, well, that's what happens, out of sight, out of mind here. But so, Elaine's going to be there. I believe she's bringing her friend David is coming. So very, very excited, but there are some changes. And some people are not amused by these changes. So my first question is to you people. What did you think was going to happen? Are you really living under such a deep rock that you thought Cruise Line was coming back and it was going to be 2019? I think the plan they have for this is reasonable and responsible, because these people have a nearly impossible needle to thread. Think about it. If they just say, hey, everybody, come on, let's go. The PR from the super spreader event that will take place on the ocean will all but sink their cruise line. And I think they have, what they're saying is that they are not mandating that you be vaccinated, because you cannot in Florida. The governor issued an executive order some months ago saying that businesses cannot require vaccination in order to provide service. So what Disney Cruise Line is doing is saying, if you provide us with proof of vaccination, then you do not need to get a COVID test prior to the cruise, which I believe is somewhere between 5 days and 24 hours prior to cruise. You have to have it done, which you have to do at your own expense, and also have to be tested at the port with a rapid test at your expense.
It's added to your
It's
shipboard
added.
account.
That one is added to your shipboard account.
Yeah, and I think it's like $99, something like that, for each test per person, if I'm not mistaken. When
I don't
saw
know.
Online.
I don't know.
Was it not? I thought it was
What?
65. I think 65.
65?
Yeah, I don't know what the price is going to be, but if you are not vaccinated or do not want to provide proof of vaccination, you must get the COVID test done prior to getting to the port, and then again at the port. And you also have to take trip insurance, which this is the one that's gotten a lot of people upset.
It has.
And I don't know what to say. I don't think there's anything unreasonable about that. They are requiring masks to be worn indoors on board the ship, whether you are vaccinated or not. People have a problem with that.
I never stopped wearing my mask indoors in public places.
I did to a degree. It depended. If I felt like I'd always said that when they come back, I'm going to put my mask on when I'm inside. It's just,
Yeah.
but that's my comfort zone. And I've said this throughout the pandemic, if you don't want to wear a mask, you don't have to. You don't go. You don't go.
It's your choice. Yeah.
That's your individual choice, is not to go. Not to show up and demand your constitutional rights to not wear a mask or whatever. I mean, crack a book if that's your argument, but okay. So I'm fine with all of it, but then again, I'm vaccinated. Is that 100% foolproof protection? No, it's not. No, it's not. But the people who are dying right now are unvaccinated. And that's ultimately, like that's the end game, is like to not die. So I'm good with that. So it was not too long. There was plenty of availability on that ship the day before they announced that sailing was going to happen. And even the day of the announcement, there was still availability because I was able to grab a stateroom, because I already had mine.
Right.
But I was able to grab one for Craig. I was able to grab one for Elaine. The price hadn't gone astronomical. And then, like a few hours later, sold out. Sold out.
Sold out to their capacity.
To their capacity. It's a reduced capacity sailing. This is a reduced capacity sailing. So, and I don't know if someone can check, Rhino, just go to Disney Cruise Line site, see if any of the 7 nights are still there, because I think August 29th is my next prediction for the Fantasy. I think August 29th, because that was the last sailing they had that had not been canceled, or the first sailing that wasn't canceled. And I think August 29th, whatever that last sailing is in August for the 7 night.
Fantasy?
For the 7 night, I think that one's.
I know the first September one.
Well, I know the September ones are available.
Yeah.
So if you have a 7 night booked on the Fantasy throughout the rest of the year, my guess right now is that you are sailing. You are going to sail.
The only cruise I see that's over 3 or 4 nights is this one out of San Juan that ends in Texas. I don't know when that is though.
What dates are you looking at?
I just put any.
No, you want to look at August, because that's what we're talking about.
Specifically.
It's
2023 is a lot of available.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at this. Yeah. August 21. View Cruises. Oh, nope. Yeah. Nothing over 4. See, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
It doesn't let me click.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Because they're probably, I think a lot of people figured out, if the Dream's coming back, then the Fantasy can't be too far behind.
Yeah, and then probably the Wonder.
I hate
will
this
come in.
this graphic. Doesn't this look like a nightmare? Like you bumped your head and you're going and down.
Well, it's really hard to talk about that when we can't show the audience.
Yeah, sorry. It's the Magic at Sea graphic for the UK cruises, if anyone's wondering what I'm talking about. It's just got like Woody's head popped in the side, and it looks like a kaleidoscope, and it's.
Oh my.
I already think those characters have look weird, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything will be fine.
So, but look, here's the deal. These requirements are going to be with us for a long time. It's not going away next week,
No.
next month, next year. They're going to be with us for a long time. So just get your head wrapped around it.
Don't you think they'll tweak it a little bit as they see
As
how,
time goes on.
As time goes, see how
But
the August cruises go, and then
they've also been at the mercy of the CDC.
yeah.
And anything goes wrong, the CDC is going to shut those sailings down.
That's the last thing you don't want that.
And
Even
so
one little bad bit of publicity or something, and
no,
it
you
goes.
just, again, you have to consider how much money this company has lost. And I don't know. I'm just excited it's coming back. And I can't wait. Like I said, we're going to be doing stuff from that ship August 9th. And I'm really, really excited about it. But it's not the only thing coming back. We found out that several shows are getting ready to come back. August 1st, The Wonderful World of Animation is returning to Disney's Hollywood Studios. And so that's... I've never been a massive fan of these projection shows.
Yeah, same. It's not really. I mean, I don't want to create a whole hate group coming towards me about this, but I'm actually not a fan of them at all. I think they're kind of boring.
Have you ever seen them out in Disneyland, though?
I have not. I'm actually planning to go to Disneyland for the first time in September, so that will be a big journey for me. I can't wait to experience it, but I don't know. I just haven't been a fan of any of those shows.
And Disneyland that one's really good.
Okay.
But it's with fireworks, so they do a very good job. But nonetheless, yeah. Oh, and just so people know, Ruben before he came to work as a realtor with us, worked at Disney, was a Jungle Cruise skipper.
I know.
And
you look familiar. No.
Probably.
And also worked at Universal as a team member.
Yeah, I worked for Universal for about 7 years. I did all kind of jobs over there. I was a sales manager for a third-party company called Television. I worked over at the Incredible Hulk as an attractions attendant. I even worked Cat in the Hat. So I did a lot over there. So I absolutely loved it. I opened Green Guts as a third-party television member over when that attraction opened up. So it was a great experience. I worked at theme parks almost my entire life, pretty much. The moment I graduated high school, the first thing I did was went and became a lifeguard over at Blizzard Beach. So
okay.
I love theme parks. So
yeah, huge theme park fan, and now killer realtor. He really does. He does phenomenal, and his clients love him, and so do we.
Yeah.
But so that's a little introduction. That's why Ruben said he's also one of my friends. He's also one of my dear friends.
Probably like, who is this guy?
Yeah. But you'll see him more because he's going to be joining the Universal team. Talk on the Universal show. We just had him on one of our DVC shows because he works with a lot of DVC members that are buying houses here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and. But all right, so we have Wonderful World of Animation returning August 1st. August 15th, Beauty and the Beast live on stage.
Oh,
Pete.
Yeah, when I first saw this article and I saw Beauty and the Beast as like the cover photo, it was like, oh, one thing that won't be returning. I was like, oh, it must be Beauty and the Beast. It's met its time, but it's not. It's coming back.
I'm disappointed.
timeless.
It's breaking my heart right now. So let me get this straight. You did the whole yawn thing about Beauty and the Beast, but not about the world of animation?
Well, I already said I wasn't a fan of the Wonderful World of Animation projections. I'm not a fan of their projection shows in general out here. Disneyland is a whole different story.
what's coming back that you like? That you're chomping at the bit to get to? Go ahead, tell us.
Disney Cruise Line.
Oh, but
That's what I'm chomping at the bit to get back to. Because it's like Disney Cruise Line's coming back. Beauty and the Beast is... I'm sorry, it's not apples to apples for me.
Tales
And
as old as
speaking of-
time.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Disney Cruise Line, September 4th on the Fantasy is still available. So the first one in September.
Okay, and
It's-
Teresa's more than happy to help you. Teresa at
Yeah,
Dreams Unlimited
I'm here.
Travel.
No, not
.com.
Teresa.
It's T. Eccles.
Teckles.
T. Eccles.
T. Eccles.
It's not Teresa?
No, John, because you had another Teresa before me.
Oh. We've never had another Teresa
Well,
like you.
Not like me.
All right, anyway, August 8th, Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor in Tomorrowland and the Magic
Oh, I
Kingdom
like that
comes
too.
back.
Absolutely love that.
I love
But the thing that is not coming back are the fireworks at the Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom.
The
Well,
best
they're
thing on the
back.
list.
They won't come back when
Once-
at the end of the new show.
Right.
Yeah.
Once
Which is
the new
crazy.
show, it's Disney Enchantment, right?
Yeah. And I think that means the new show is just a new show.
It
I don't
is.
think it's
It's
going to
not
be
a
like Disneyland.
Temporarily.
Was it Disneyland Forever? Was that the one they had for the 60th? I don't think it's something like that. I think they just were basically like, just do a new show, period, and then we'll just have it be that show, which
And
is crazy.
then, of course, Epcot Forever will conclude its limited time run on September 28th. And on September 29th, Happily Ever After. That's the last show that will do. And who wrote this? Jackie.
Yeah.
Jackie is shocked. It's in the article. That Happily Ever After will not return. I'm not the least bit shocked. Okay, I'm in the camp that's. I mean, I liked Happily Ever After. Wasn't as good as Wishes. Was not as good as Wishes, and so it's like okay. And let's see what the new one is. Let's see what the new one is too.
How long did Happily Ever After last for now?
I want to say that
It's like 4 years.
yeah, it was It was
Yeah.
May of 2017, if I remember correctly.
And Wishes lasted a lot longer than that, though, right?
It's like 20 years.
Yeah,
Crazy.
So like,
Yeah.
so I mean, I guess Disney felt that Happily Ever After wasn't doing too well either.
Well, they have to do something for the 50th.
Yeah.
They can't just regurgitate the same
Right.
fireworks show. So I don't think it comes as a surprise. I'm also okay, oddly enough, with the new show at Epcot. I'm really anxious to see it and what they do with the Stargate and how that works. But because it looks like the thing from Stargate, right?
Yeah.
That big.
Very unsightly barges out there in the middle.
It's really
of,
funny.
No, it's. I've been calling it Stargate since the first picture. I'm like, oh, we're going to be traveling
So I went
traveling
to,
through time.
I went to Epcot recently, and I don't recognize. Like, I don't know what you guys talk. I know that I know what the original show was, but I don't know what you mean about the Stargate. Like, what are
the 5 massive barges that look like it's like the thing from The Flash that's about to open a new dimension in the middle of the lake.
Oh, that
And
sounds fun.
that's just why some people have taken to calling Harmonious, which is the name of this new fireworks show at Epcot, or a nighttime show at Epcot, and they're calling it Bargemonious, right? Or no, that's the one over at Animal Kingdom is what they're calling. The one with the kites. Are they
Kites-
calling
No,
that
Kites-
Bargemonious?
Epcot.
we called it Bargemonious at Epcot. Yeah.
Oh, at
that's
Epcot.
what
Okay,
said,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure. There's like names for everything.
Yeah.
There's Kite-monious.
Yeah, Kite-
over
yeah,
at
that was that
Animal
one, yeah.
Kingdom. Over at Animal Kingdom.
And Animal Kingdom gets kites.
Kites, yeah.
Somebody was like, "What do we have left with $10?" Kites. Like that was our whole thing. And that day I killed Pete.
What's the budget, right?
Thanks for watching, everybody. That's the end.
No, that's what it feels like though. It always is like, oh, we forgot we have another park. Whoops.
Yeah. Oh. Like, what are we gonna do with Animal Kingdom?
Yeah.
What is with me? I'm always like this close to cursing on the shows now.
I don't know what that's like.
Oh yeah, really? You were the first one to ever curse on a live show, because they all were worried
Someone
before
had
we went to this format. When we were just recording them and they went up later
Maybe
before they
cut
were
stuff
video.
out, yeah.
I was able to cut stuff out. So if I felt like cursing in the middle of a show, I didn't care about it because I knew I was going to edit it out. And then when we decided, so they were very used to me being very, graphic on shows. Colorful. And then when we went to live video, like they were panicked that I was gonna slip up. I'm like,
He didn't.
I didn't. You did.
I did. I don't remember what it was about, but I do remember the word.
It's there. Yeah. What word was it? I mean, I don't like. Was it?
It was S.
Oh, okay. That's
It
what I
was-
thought.
That's my go-to
Yeah.
word. Yeah, I don't hardly ever use the F word.
I see. I'm from New Jersey. That's a comma for us.
Yeah.
No, it is. I mean, and everybody from New Jersey watching this right now is going, yeah, that's a comma. So anyway, that's some of the entertainment returning to Walt Disney World, right?
Yeah.
And then, okay,
Lackluster announcement. I feel like
it was kind of lackluster, but look, I didn't make up what was
You know
coming
what?
back.
The S word's coming back. Stuff's coming back. You know.
Yeah. The S
Let's
word's
just
coming.
be happy that things are coming back, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fine with that.
That's what I'm happy
For
about.
one, I'm very excited about Beauty and the Beast. So Pete's giving me like this evil look right now.
No evil look.
He thought he
I'm
knew
just
you.
trying to imagine you like doing like Belle cosplay.
Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna be doing Belle cosplay. I love Beauty. I love the story. I love the music, and I like.
And you know what? That's your age, though.
Yeah.
Because my son, who's the same age, that was the very first. I don't know if it's his favorite now, but when he was little and that came out on VHS, you couldn't tear him away from the TV. Him in his little chair sitting there.
I grew up in the
over
90s.
and over and over. Yeah.
So I grew
It's
up in the 90s.
90s,
Aladdin's
yeah.
my favorite all-time Disney movie. I absolutely
Oh,
love
see, now Aladdin.
Yeah.
Now Aladdin, that's different. That's different. I mean, look, I love Beauty. I love the movie Beauty and the Beast. I always felt the stage show just lacked something, and especially, had you seen the Aladdin show out in California Adventure?
It's gonna be my first time going.
Well,
in
no,
September.
it's not there. It's not there anymore. It's not there
frozen
anymore.
now, and well, that's not even there right now. But
Yeah,
Oh, no.
but that stage show, the Aladdin stage show out of California does it right with their entertainment. And again, look,
It's where they are.
the proximity to Disney World or to Los Angeles, Hollywood, so they have a much deeper pot to pick from.
I mean, we have a lot of talent here.
We do. I'm not saying we don't. I'm just saying that the talent out there,
There's
it's just-
more of
there's
it.
more of it.
Yeah.
There's more of it. So, you know, and we do have a lot of talent. I'm not going to say that at all. We have a lot of great talent out here too. But, you know, so the shows in Disneyland tend to be on a higher plane than the ones we have here. So,
I like Beauty and the Beast.
okay, all right. Now, I'm sure you've been following this.
Let's hope.
Everybody lost their mind over this poster of Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. That's the new Nerd Hilton that Disney's building. That's what I'm calling it now. It's the Nerd Hilton. Because this is... and look, there are aspects of it that look really exciting and very innovative.
Priced as the Waldorf.
Am I going
though.
to do the rest of the show with the slide up, or are you going to switch to me? Thank you. It's like first time producing. Explain to me why people are why this poster was like so important.
so I think it was just
Because I've read the article 7 times and I'm like, I still don't get it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think they think they're being clever because it's like anytime a Star Wars poster is released before a Star Wars movie comes out, that's the big deal. People analyze it from top to bottom. They pull apart every little piece that
Looking
appears
for
in it.
things,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so Disney Parks Vlog, I think, thought they were being like cute or whatever with this. But so it doesn't really give us any new information. It's really just kind of a reminder like, hey, that's the ship you're going to be on. Hey, remember you can dress up, but also we want to let you know you don't have to come here and be part of the good guys. You can be part of the First Order if you want, because we also sell those jackets and hats that you can buy and wear for the 2 days and stuff. And then like here was our dining option. Don't forget lightsaber training. Also, you'll finally see those droids we said were going to be in Galaxy's Edge, but we kept only one and put them on this starship or something. And then being like Chewbacca, like it's not. There's nothing. There's not really any new information contained in this. I think it's just really kind of like a refresher and a reminder,
A recap.
for
That's
people.
nice.
But I mean, I am excited for it. The craziest part about this though is that it says the hold on, what's she called? The Twi'lek, the one holding the drink with the tendrils. I don't know what you would call these things here. It's that that's
You're asking me?
that's supposed to be a guest, and I'm like, are they gonna let guests go full makeup cosplay? Like, can you dress like a Twi'lek on here? Because if I was an average guest and I saw somebody like that, I would assume they worked there and that I could go talk to them and be whatever. And I don't know. Are they encouraging that?
See,
here?
I wouldn't think. If I saw somebody walking around like that, I'd think they were off their meds.
No. Once you're there, you become a part of it, right?
Yeah, and that's
and that's the part that to me.
Okay, and
So you want to be a part of it.
that great. God bless. Go with.
It's like
But
pretend.
no,
I've got wardrobes.
no,
planned,
I am not
Same.
dressing up.
you're not.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely
Not with a straight face.
I am not that fun.
Well, so one of my favorite things I love about Galaxy's Edge is how like it introduced this new type of cast member costume where you have so many different options that you can pick and combine. So it's not like you only have to wear like this one shirt tucked into these pants. Like it's like it can be a vest, it can be this thing, it can be this hat, it can be that scarf, it can be these color shoes, that thing. And it all feels so cohesive, like, and it's very significant, like, that's there. And I feel like they kind of did that again with web slingers out in Disneyland, because, we saw some cast members with, like, the button down, some with just the t-shirts, some with the shorts and pants.
I have.
Well, I was going to say, I wish I could buy Star Wars clothes that looked like this, because I feel like their costumes are pretty fashionable, and if I could dress like that for these 2 days, where I'm remaining air conditioned the entire time, I hope, I would be thrilled to be able to do that. I don't know that I would be like
I want to
in
know
the makeup chair every morning.
If people
for 6
are going to
hours,
be the guests, if they're going to be so immersed in it, are they going to be in character the whole time?
See, this-
like when
and
I
this-
walk up to you.
I don't think they will.
This
I
is
would.
where
would
I
to
want
see
to be.
that. I
yeah,
want to
and
be too.
this is where I'm out. No, look, you want to open a new hotel? Great, I'll go. But if I gotta dress up and I gotta play a part, oh come on.
No, this
You
is
don't
like,
have to do all that, but I mean,
it's like
if
the
you're,
trip to Mars and Total Recall.
I know you're like
you know?
you're like in nerd heaven right now.
So yeah, Star Wars is one of my favorite franchises, to the point where I used to compete in Star Wars trivia. Like, that's how obsessed I was with Star Wars. I still am. So I love the idea of getting to be a part of this world. I was really excited about Galaxy's Edge, and now I can dress up as Kylo Ren, or minus the mask because they probably don't allow masks, but dress up as Kylo Ren or dress up as like a Jedi. Like it just sounds so cool. And I can't do that in public because
Just
people will
random,
point
like, just,
and
yeah,
Yeah.
a random space person,
But
Like
Well,
a
I
Miss
want to dress.
Jabba.
My aesthetic is going to be rebel chic. That's what I want to go
That's
for.
what you want.
Because I love. I
Not
like
a
their,
particular
boots and the
character.
stuff. No, yeah, just in theme.
this is where I belong.
I'm going to
Yeah.
use it because I already have tickets to Star Wars Celebration as well, because it was supposed to be in 2020 and then it got moved back to 2022, I guess. So I'm like, I'm going to, whatever those clothes are, I'm just going to use them
I
again.
think
for
it's
that convention
exciting.
thing.
I find it really exciting.
Yeah.
When's the Starcruiser supposed to open? I forgot.
I thought it was this year. I thought it was 2021.
No.
But I thought it was supposed to be in the end of the year, but I'm assuming it's like.
I don't think so.
I mean, if Jackie's in this chat or somebody else, not that she'd know more about Star Wars than me, but
Jackie,
but like,
help me.
You're my only hope.
help me.
Jackie, help me. You're my only hope.
You're like that host on SNL without the script. We don't know what to do. Nobody's got a script.
So,
It's 20. Disney announced that it will first open its airlock space doors to guests in 2022. That was they said that in May, I guess.
so,
so,
next spring or
yeah,
early
I-
summer, maybe.
I would assume it's going to be in the spring.
Well,
and
we'll
they'll
get.
wrap
I
it
would
We'll
think
probably
spring,
get.
summer, yeah.
If they're going to do it in 2022, we're probably going to get a firm announcement in the fall of this year about the actual date. But this is like also gird your loins, boys and girls, because this isn't going to be cheap. This is. What did I guess? $800 a night.
I mean, I think it might be more than that. I
It's-
don't know. That's the crazy
Might be even
part.
more.
Because if it's supposed to be like these crazy rooms, like if it includes your food, I don't know. I'm
Full
assuming
service.
it does, but like, yeah, if it's supposed to be this all-encompassing thing, I think they're gonna price it out as high as they humanly can, and then see what happens.
No discounts? No.
Yeah.
Well, they do ask for discount in Galaxy's Edge. They'll ask. Like,
Yeah.
Actually, this is something I was thinking about, and we'll just talk about it now because it's on my mind. This is also going to be a good segue into the next thing I want to talk about, which was the experience that Rhino and Fiasco had recently over at Ohana, which is now reopened, but of course it's a slightly different experience. The dining package, the dining plan. Do we think it's coming back? Because I don't think it is.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it is. I
People
think the
ask me
dining.
every day, and I don't think it's happening.
I think Disney thought that was a good idea until it wasn't, and it really caused a lot of issues. They had to dumb down the menus in a lot of places because of the cost disparity. And instead of having one menu for dining plan and one menu for people who weren't on the dining plan, there was just one menu. So because of that, a really, really good dish that you might like is now gone or is changed so significantly to lower the cost of making it. But it was a huge draw. It was a huge draw. And, you know, we talk about annual passes and them coming back, and it's going to be completely different, and it's going to be much more expensive. If the dining plan does come back, it's going to be a lot more expensive than it was. It's going to be a lot more expensive than it was. Does anybody disagree with that? Does anybody think it's not coming back?
I don't think it'll come back.
So Rhino, no.
No.
I
No.
think it's going to come back, but I do think it's going to be more expensive. I just feel like it was a pretty big draw to draw people. I mean, you know, obviously people are coming anyways, but it was something that added a little more that draw people in. So I feel like they're going to bring it back. I just think it, like you pointed out, it's going to cost a lot more. Just like the annual passes, like it's something that they're going to bring back. It's just not going to be
People
how
want
you
it.
remembered it. So,
Yeah.
People want
like,
it. I have clients every week asking me when it comes back, add it on.
But-
add it on. I'm like,
Fiasco, what do you think? Yes or no?
I mean, I see no reason why it would come back right now. But like Ruben, I think eventually one day in the far distant future it will come back, but at a different
So
price
it's
point.
people in the chat are saying that Disney's already said that it's coming back, I guess. So I don't know. I don't remember that announcement, but I don't
I don't
it
remember that
yesterday, so-
announcement either. And that's not to say it didn't happen, but you know what? It's been a year, okay? So there are things I might have missed. But if it does come back, I think it's going to follow the path that annual passes are going to follow. And it's going to be a completely different program, and it's going to be a lot more expensive. I think there are going to be more layers on top of what was already there. And
it's such a great add-on, so it's easy money for them. I don't see why they don't bring it. And I get what you say
Well,
about
I
the
think-
expense, but
I think for them, right now, the argument is we don't want our restaurants overly packed with people. So, and there's, you know, because they've had to limit occupancy in a lot of areas, how do you sell someone a dining plan
they can't.
and they can't they can't get reservations anywhere? You can't eat. So,
They don't care about that.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
they do, obviously, because that's one of the reasons they got rid of it. So I don't see any reason why they couldn't bring back the quick service dining plan. Honestly, I don't see any reason why they couldn't bring that back. But I don't know. I just have my gut, and I could be absolutely wrong on this. I don't think they're bringing it back. I don't think they want to bring it back. I think they want to charge more for food.
Yeah.
And they want you doing it a la carte, and they want you making impulse purchases.
I think the days of like a deal are completely gone.
I think the only time you might see it rolled out for the free dining promotions that they would do for September, right, for the fall. You might see them roll it out, but even that, I don't know.
For the deluxe resorts only.
For the deluxe resorts only, yeah.
They'll just keep doing that. Yeah.
Now that, I don't know. The more I think about that, the more it bothers me. That whole deluxe resort thing, it just bothers me. It bothers me. Some people will know that reference. Very few will know. It bothers me. Yeah, fewer will know that, then it's not a comeback, it's a return.
I don't think anybody in the room knew that but me.
Yeah,
what?
no,
No.
it's not a comeback, it's a return. Do you know what that means?
No
What
one
that's
knew.
from?
Rhino?
I
Rhino.
feel like I did when you said it earlier. Now I can't remember. You said it, and I was like,
Well-
"Oh, I recognize this from."
He has gay amnesia.
It's not Liza Minnelli, is
He
it?
has amnesia.
It's not what?
It's not Liza, is it?
No,
Oh my
honey.
god.
No, it's not Liza. It's
my
from Sunset
gosh.
Boulevard.
Come
Liza
on.
with a
I'm ready
Z.
for my close up. Come on.
Oh yeah, I know. See, I've seen that like once or twice. I
So,
don't know.
all right. So
Only?
anyway. All right. So let's kind of extend this food topic a little bit. Rhino and Fiasco individually, not together, right?
Yep.
Have experienced Ohana since it opened, and I thought might be a good discussion for the end of the show. Talk about what that was like. Like, there's been some changes, right?
Yes. I mean, you want to go first because you had breakfast and I had dinner?
Yeah, so yeah, me and Rhino had 2 different meals. I had breakfast, he had dinner. And so we have a dining review out. I have the link to that down in the description below if you want to go check that out. But right off the bat, the skillets were a lot smaller. I mean, not that it really matters too much because it is all you care to enjoy. You can just have them keep coming back and back and back. But just from some of the feedback we already received from our review, people are telling me like, oh, like you went with a couple of 2 and you got the small skillet. I went with a family of 5 and we also got the small skillet. Like, and there were just as much pieces of sausage in your skillet as there was in mine, and we had 5. So I can see that being a little bit more annoying and a problem. Like the skillet comes out, it's like, okay, so we have 3 sausages for 5 of us. I think we're gonna need more sausage. I don't know how uniform that delivery of the skillets is. If maybe larger families have received multiple or whatnot, but that's just some of the reports that I've been hearing.
I don't want to bury. I want to hear about this. I think this is all, and especially that piece there about them, party of 5 getting a skillet for 2. I think that's just new crap for Ohana to pull. But I want to ask about the old crap they like to pull. Were
Yes.
either of you rushed through your meals?
No.
I can remember
I was
that.
definitely not rushed through the meal. I didn't feel like.
Service was phenomenal. I was not rushed at all, but I would like to point out, you'll see it in the review too, the first thing that happened was our entree food came out before our fruit and bread. So that immediately happened. We sat down. Within 2 minutes of us sitting down, main skillet was down, and they were like, oh, you haven't got your bread or fruit yet. I'm like, no, we haven't. And they fixed it pretty quick, but we did have everything all at once. So we got the fruit, we got the bread and everything about 4 minutes after the main thing came out. And I personally was waiting, just like, don't touch anything. I want to photo everything as it came out for the review. And I also would see like somebody being like, no, we want to wait and have the fruit and bread first. And now our main plate's getting cold. That's annoying.
Seems kind of rushed though if they're bringing everything out at the same time.
But at the same time, I can't say we were rushed because we sat there for a while. Like they weren't like trying to push us out of there. I didn't feel like they were trying to push us out of there, but that did happen, and I was immediately like, oh, that's definitely in Ohana's character, because when I ate here for dinner last time, literally the dessert hit the table before our skewers came around for their first go at all. So we literally had our Ohana.
See, I would have thrown.
Yeah.
I would have thrown it on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, whoops. So I'm glad to hear that neither of you felt rushed,
Yeah, no,
because that just sounds like a time. It just sounds like
Timing.
either miscommunication or a bad timing issue.
Yeah.
But I'm glad. I hope at long last that restaurant has gotten the message that stuff needs to stop. What is wrong with me today? I am so close. I just have to hold on to it until we do the Patreon after
Spit
show.
it out now.
Yeah, after show uncensored.
The after show is unfiltered.
Tops come off.
Oh,
No,
my.
no, they do not. No one needs to see that.
Oh my!
No one needs to
prepared
see
for
my
this.
moves.
You weren't prepared for that. I have a new bra on, but I'm not showing it. No, I remember feeling rushed last time I was at Ohana.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I,
no.
didn't, I wasn't rushed at the dining experience. So I think that we sat around like 7:45. I was with. It was like my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 6 of us, I think, all together. And I want to say we sat at the table around like 7:45. And I didn't even realize how long we'd been there, because I even thought, oh, too bad we didn't go later, or we would have been able to see the fireworks. And then sure enough, fireworks went off. So I was like, oh, we've been sitting here for a while. So it was like 9:15. So we were probably at our table for like an hour and a half at least, I'd say. I didn't think, I feel bad saying it, but sometimes I feel like there are some servers that have a very personal touch with you, and there are some servers that come off very cold. I
Well-
felt like my one was cold.
But how was the food?
I thought the food was phenomenal. I
Online.
liked everything I had.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as good as the Waves breakfast, but this isn't all you care to enjoy. On that level, I think it was fine. I
hate
mean,
all you can.
I
eat.
hate
yeah, it's
that.
like and
It's
like
all you can eat. Knock
Stop
it
saying
off.
that.
yeah,
Fiasco.
all you can eat,
All
whatever.
you can
But
eat.
so like the eggs, were obviously just like the Insta egg quality eggs, which isn't the best thing in the world. I'd much rather like go to the Wave and get that. it was fine. It was fine for what it was.
So ours, there was like the two types of like biscuits that had come out, like bread, and it came with like a salad, and all of that was really good. And then we got the chicken wings and the pot stickers or dumplings, whichever they're called. Those were both really good. I feel like those are always the star of the meal for me. And yeah, I don't even like chicken on the bone, and I like those. And then it was so weird because we got like I guess it would be a skillet. You'd call it a skillet, which came with the sausage, which is kielbasa, I believe, and it had the noodles in it, and it had vegetables in it, and there might have been one other thing in it too, but it was like we had that, and then we were eating, and it had been a few minutes, and then all of a sudden just a bowl of meat got put down, and it was just cubed squares that were just put on the table, and I was
Squares
like,
of meat.
yeah, I was like, what the heck is this?
Protein,
Like, I was like, oh, I guess they're doing the steak tips. Why didn't they come in the other bowl? That was the weirdest part, because I was just like, it was literally this bowl, and I was just like, all right, this feels like it was ill-timed as well, so...
Here's your meatball.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And then there was the shrimp, which came in its own little thing. The shrimp does not photograph well, but I think it was good. It was big pieces of shrimp in it. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and I thought it was just fine. And then I got the dessert too, which I don't think they're putting alcohol in the bread pudding anymore. I think that because it's still the bread pudding with the, they pour over the sauce over the ice cream and everything. But it tasted just a little different to me. Not bad, just there's something different in the flavor. And I was there with my friend Jill, and we were talking about it. And we were thinking, because she does the cupcakes and she's a chef or whatever. So we were saying that I think they stopped burning off. Like, I think they used like rum in it or something like that, because I think it was supposed to be like a Bananas Foster type situation. But it didn't. Either that was missed or something. But I was just like, I told her, I was like, it just tastes like slightly different, but not even in a bad way, just in a different way.
Just
like,
different.
yeah. Honestly, maybe even fresher than the other one. So I was like, it was. I have nothing to complain about in terms of the food or anything like that. So
I'm
Okay.
serving my family bowls of protein like that now. Here's your meat.
Here's your meat bowl.
here's your meatball.
Here's your meat bowl.
I
kid's
don't
gotta
see
eat
anything
the
wrong
meatball.
with that. You want to give me a bowl of meat? I'm all in.
I mean, those steak tips were really good too. I don't eat a lot of red meat, but they were really good.
Okay. Well, and Fiasco has a review coming out.
It's already out.
Oh, it's already out.
It's down in the description below on the Disney Dining channel. The link's there. You can go watch it and hear all the rest of the stuff we had to say.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this episode of our show, folks. We hope you enjoyed it. Just a reminder, if you are one of our Patreon supporters, stay tuned. Just a few minutes after this stream ends, we'll start a stream just for our Patreon viewers. So that's it, folks. Have a great week. We'll see you again next time with another episode of the Diz Unplugged. As always, remember, stay out of the damn lake, please.